entire month energy for February, the entire astrology and numerology. Give you guys some good days to look out for new beginnings, for building some structure and manifesting some money. And also, we have the 222 portal this month, which is an amazing portal this month because we're in the universal year one. So, first off, we're going to get into what the monthly energy is. And welcome to the channel. This is Stacy and this is Douglas, your astrologer, and I'm going to be your numerologist. And at the end, we'll talk about how you can work with us or any other special gifts that we have for you as the collective to help you go and know the energy even more. So, February is a universal 3 month. So, three is ruled by Jupiter. So it is a month of expansion and growth. It's going to be a lot more potent and faster than it was in January, the foundational month. So this is a great month for you guys to tap into creativity. A lot of creative. You guys are going to have a lot of creative juices that go on. If you've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel or your TikTok or any kind of social media and getting that spirit out, then you want to do that this month. One, it's a 1 year and we're in the 3 months. So you want to use that energy and amplify it and go ahead and, you know, start that creative project. I'm also hearing it's a good month for a lot of you guys to start writing because that's
Mhm.
part of the creative juices is writing. So if you've been thinking about starting a book or something of that nature, this month is ideal for it. Do keep in mind that communication is key this month. Communication is what is the three pivotal energy besides creativity is communication. So speak up, let your voice be heard. Speak your truth. Speak to people with how you would like them to receive it. Don't think of crazy conversations before you have it. Sit down and kind of zen out before you have important conversation. This is great
Mhm.
month for my business owners to network. It's a great networking month. So get out there if you were in hybrid mode, not hybrid, hermit mode in January, then this is the month to go out to go show yourself, networking, and go meet new people and socialize, even if it's online networking. But this kind of energy is supported by in-person networking, in my opinion, and in my what I'm picking up on. Go ahead, tell us about some astrology. What's going on for this month, Doug?
So the astrology of this month is, in my opinion, the most potent it's going to be for the year in terms of manifestation.
Hmm.
As we have been mentioning in the past lives, we have been reaching a sort of crescendo point when it comes to manifestation and unfolding process. And February is that month to really take charge of what you want to manifest. So you get to ask yourself, what is it that I want to manifest? What is blocking me from manifesting what I want, and what do I need to do to release those blocks? The releasing of the blocks, if you have any, which all of us to do in some degree, this is a great time to release that, especially in the pursuit of manifestation. So even if manifestation, part of your manifestation game is to release blocks, perfect time for that. We do have February as a shifting time. So we are going to see a major shift in terms of the energy states as a collective, but also as singular beings. To kind of kick off that process, on February 2nd, we had Uranus going in direct motion in the sign of Taurus. So this is ending like a 7 year cycle. That is, I should say, closing out a 7 year cycle that started since 2018. So, my fixed sign friends, you're really starting to breathe a breath of fresh air, which started on the second and will continue until Uranus leaves Taurus sometime in spring. So, there is an opportunity here for all my fixed signs: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, to really have that breath of fresh air, which is much needed because y'all have felt that pressure for some time. And in terms of manifestation, it's not just a breath of fresh air, but you're able to think outside of the box to get what you want out of life. And that is a lesson that you have had to learn and hone and relearn over the course of 7 years. So I encourage for all of my fixed sign friends that they go back and look at their journals, their calendars, and reflect on their life and how it's changed and how they have changed since 2018, because the opportunity for manifestation is really potent for them during this month. But that's the first date I have, February 2nd. It's really kicking off.
Wow, I felt that energy because I'm a Leo rising and a Scorpio sun and moon.
Oh,
Oh, I felt that. I felt
yeah.
that kicked in on the second, and it's so funny because that's Groundhog's Day. That's
Oh,
yeah, I felt that energy. Plus, we just had the Leo full moon the day before,
mhm.
so yeah, I felt it. I felt the forward movement. So if you guys are feeling that too, and you have these fixed signs, that is why. I'm gonna get into today and the 6th and the 7th because they all kind of track. So today, February 5th, is going to be the first day I have for you guys because this is a universal 8 day. So I want you guys to think and plan about big expansion and growth in your money. I mean, it's also a Thursday, which is known as Jupiter Thursday because Thursdays are ruled by Jupiter. So today, I want you guys to plan out some big money moves, make big money phone calls, text messages. Maybe if you've been thinking about investing in something, go ahead, check it out. If you want to follow up with something, or maybe a client, or maybe a job offer, whatever it is, this is a day to really plan and not plan. The planning would have been more of yesterday because of the seven energy is to implement. It's action. It's forward movement. So take the action today on the 8th. It's going to it's amplified, especially because this eighth day, universal 8 days fallen on the Thursday, which is like a really good day to amplify your manifestations because it's ruled by Jupiter on Thursdays. I love having business meetings on Thursdays or signing contracts on Thursdays. But when it's an 8 day, universal 8 day, it's amplified. Now, what's great about it is whatever projects you guys put into focus today, and you want to, maybe you called a client and followed up with them, and today is the 8 day, so you know that money momentum is it's taken for. Tomorrow is a universal 9 days, so it's a great day for completion to actually like receive that manifestation, to receive that the new funds per se. And maybe if it's not about money, it's a great day for you to take your power back. Eight is ruled by a lot of powerful energy. So if it's a day where you've been feeling like your power's been depleted, maybe things outside of you are taking your attention and taking your power away, go ahead and have those important conversations because it's a 3 month and do that today. And you're going to bring it to completion tomorrow because tomorrow is more compassionate. Tomorrow is a universal 9 days, so you want to take it more easy on yourself. Have some love for yourself. Show some compassion. So if you got your power back today, tomorrow is a good day to rest into that energy because you've completed it. You've gotten that. And then on the 7th, February 7th, which is Saturday, that's the universal 1 day. So we're going to talk about fresh new beginnings. So whatever you implemented today, brought it to completion tomorrow, you're going to be feeling renewed on Saturday. New spark, new spirit. You're going to feel in charge of your life, in charge of your finances, in charge of your relationships, whatever angle. And if you maybe you want to start a workout routine today, then you're going to feel like yourself solidly on Saturday because of that one initiation energy. So grace, it's a great fresh start day. So I love 1 days. We're gonna like focus on 1 days this month, and then we're going to go talk about the 3 days within this month because it's a universal 3 months. So it's like double the creation energy when you have those 3 days. So what do we have, Doug?
So in terms of astrology, it closely aligns actually with what you've mentioned because tomorrow, Friday, February 6th, we're going to have Mercury moving into the sign of Pisces. Stacey, really quick, is there an echo on that one?
Is there?
Like, am I echoing?
No.
Okay, it's just silent. Okay, so to continue, uh, on February 6th, we're going to have Mercury moving into the sign of Pisces. And from February 6th until February 10th, when we have Venus also moving into the sign of Pisces, this is a very fruitful time.
Yeah.
We want to encourage that if people are working at what they are working on, work on it. If you're
You said
working
the
with
6th to the
people,
10th?
Yes, yes, the 6 of the
Okay.
Pentacle.
I love that.
If
And
you're
I love
working on
that.
something, continue to work on it. If you're networking, please network. It's a very social time because Mercury moving into Pisces creates the environment of connectivity using poignant, flowery words that are heartfelt. We can connect with strangers and communicate with strangers with much more ease during this time, which is great for both Mercury, sign, and contract, and networking.
Okay.
Venus coming into the mix into Pisces on February 10th to a degree capsizes this opportunity for growth because Venus represents money and art and beauty. So this is a beautiful time to create art, to create art in anything. Let's say you have a business idea. That's creation. Who do you want to create that with? From February 6th to the 10th, it is all about creating your future and how you can connect with others in a very deeply connected, even subconscious connection way. So let's say intuitively speaking, you're connecting with someone and it's like a third eye connection. That's quite fruitful during this time. This is a time where we also will be able to network and find our tribe if we have not found it yet. So
Oh,
this is a beautiful time to just connect with ourselves within humanity and to see what comes forth.
oh, that's beautiful. That makes sense because so it's soul tribe energy, and
Yes,
connect. And it sounds like you could do some really powerful thought transmission.
yes, very much so.
Hmm. I love that because I've been feeling the energy of, and let me know, guys, if you're feeling this too. Like if you think or have a thought about a person, they're showing up that way. So the conversations you're having in your head with a person, you'll notice that they'll start to speak those exact words to you. And that's because the energy is potent. We're in that 3 month energy. So you want to watch the self talk that you have within your mind before you have the conversation. So that's why I say the communication is key this month. But before you do, well, what Douglas just said, make sure you play out the conversation you want the way you want it to go, because those are thoughts. They're being
Yeah,
transmitted to the next person. They can feel those thoughts. And if you want them in alignment with how you want the conversation to go, have the right thoughts with them. Don't go in there with angry conversations in your head. That's how you're going to end up having that manifestation for yourself. And as you're saying,
yeah,
so February 9th is going to be our first universal 3 day this month, which is the double three energy. So February 9th is like that potent communication and creativity sparks, expansion and growth because of the Jupiter energy. So think mind, body, spirit all aligning on those days is amplified. So you want to mark that on your calendar. February 9th is a really good day to get those words out for if it's for money, if it's for networking, for business, if it's in your family unit, it's a great day for you to go ahead and you know speak your thoughts. It will be received a lot better on those days, like a lot better on a February 9th. So that's a big one. And then we have February 10th, I have is a universal 4 day. So that's a good day for structure and planning. So whatever creative ventures you might have started on the 9th, implement them on the 4th because it's a structure day. Those are the kind of days that you want to buy a van, you want to buy a car, you want to buy a new house, you want to buy, and obviously if you're not going to have the money to buy, maybe go plan to build those structures. Look for a new office. That's what you want to do in a universal 4 days because it's structured, it's foundational. So write down and plan in detail what you want, implement them, make those solid foundational movements in that way. And then what do we have? Okay, I'm going to get into the February 14th too, because then that brings us halfway through the month. February 14th, Valentine's Day. It's a universal 8 day. So this is a great day for, because it's about power. I'm going to have to say, if you want your relationship going in a nice, beautiful direction, if you feel like the power dynamics are out of alignment, it's a good day to have that conversation on Valentine's Day on February 14th because of the 8 day. And the
mm,
eights meet in the heart. So your message will be heard. So if you feel like maybe your partner has been maybe taking you for advantage, or maybe they're not hearing you right, or they're not washing the dishes, whatever little thing you feel like the power is out of balance, you feel like you're disempowered, then you want to take your power back in that relationship within that day. Communication will go smoother, it will go more harmoniously, and not just for love. I'm just highlighting it because it's the collective Valentine's Day within America, anyways. I don't think they celebrate it in other countries, but it's a great day for you to communicate that. And also with in business wise, clients and new partners, maybe you want to take on, communicate and make sure that the power dynamics are balanced in that day. That's what's going to be fruitful for you because the power has to be in balance. What you got?
So to piggyback on what you were mentioning about the 10th being a fourth day and it being about planning for the future, I
Mhm.
actually want to double down on that idea because with Venus just entering into Pisces that day, we're talking about finances, we are talking about value, and to some degree building structure. And Venus will be in Pisces until March 6th. So that particular type of planning that would be done that day on the 10th can be a planning process that could be stretched until March 6th. So for my longer term planners here, if you wanted to use Venus and the fourth the number four energy within February 10th, that is your beautiful window to plan from the 10th until March 6th in terms of what you want to have executed by the 6th. So if you are saving up for like that RV, save up for the RV until March 6th and see how much money you have to be able to purchase that. Set that structure for yourself along the way. You'll definitely want to have the structure in there because on Wednesday, February 11th, we are going to have Mercury entering its pre shadow phase. We will enter into Mercury retrograde season on that particular day. So, as mentioned before, from like the 6th, when Mercury first moves into Pisces, that starts that observation process. We want to start to really look at ourselves like a scientist, where our internal and external environments are the experiment because we'll want to start to see what patterns are starting to really come forth that can be potentially impactful when Mercury hits its most heated area or station on the 25th and the 26th. So we really want to make sure that starting the 11th, we're really looking at our life to see where we need to cross our T's and dot our I's and really get that, again, planning process going. Now, we don't necessarily have anything particularly sticking out on the 14th, but on the 13th, we will have Saturn entering into the sign of Aries, and it will be there until the 28th, excuse me, until 2028. With
Mm,
Saturn entering into Aries, we have all of our cardinal signs impacted. So we have Aries, we have Cancer, we have Libra, and we have Capricorn. These are the particular signs that will be impacted by this start of this 2 year cycle, which will be focused on independence versus discipline, the ability to seek out, and yet the seeking out restricts us. So we have Saturn, that's about boundaries, and the restlessness of Aries really impacting all of us, but especially the cardinal signs. As Stacy was mentioning before, in terms of like power dynamics and relationships, this Saturn energy in Aries during this Valentine's Day season can kick up a rebalancing of power dynamics and relationships, which, as we all know, can result in arguments and tension as well. So we really want to be cognizant of what our expectations are in relationships so that we can communicate effectively with our partners about what our needs are and how they can be met. On February 15th, particularly when we have Saturn and Neptune making a zero conjunction in Aries, so they'll be sitting on top of each other. This is more of a power dynamic in relationships, but they are impacted by the global activity. Stacey, do you want to get into global stuff in the end of the month before I get into this piece? Because that's going to stand
wait,
out a little bit more
you
prominent.
said the 15th
Yeah.
global? Okay, because that's the Universal 9 day, which is
Um,
global. That's more of humanitarian and the all energy. So that's funny that you say that. Um, February 9. I'm gonna put that on the calendar. Maybe that's gonna be some kind of big global energy that goes on. What I would say whenever there's a 9 day is to show compassion for mankind. But the first man that you should show the compassion for, because it's a 1 year, is yourself.
Yep.
So if on February 9th, you're just like, not 9th, am I saying February 15th, which is the 9 day, if you're feeling that kind of energy where you feel like you have to give someone your last penny, your last dime, or give your last, just so you, and that's the kind of energy you're on, like give, you have to remember that that's depleting yourself as well. You have to take care of yourself first. You're gonna have to take care of yourself first and show the love for yourself first. Then you can give from the overflow to the next person. It's okay to be compassionate and give and do. Sometimes it's not even about money. It's not even, it's your energy. Your energy is your
Mhm.
biggest currency. So if you're in the state on the 15th and you feel like your energy is a little bit more depleted on that day, then the universe is telling you to show that compassion for yourself. Fill into your energetic cup, because from then you could give into an overflow, which will bring me to February 16th, which is a universal 1 day. So on your 1 day, you'll be more charged up to kind of like say, hey, I'm on overflow. Now I could give. Now we can have some conversations and catch up with some old friends that I've been abandoned, and maybe I have the energy to give to them now. But kind of self soothe yourself and give yourself some compassion on the 15th, and you'll be able to be revved up more on the 16th because it's a universal 1 day. And anytime we have a 1 day this year with our universal 1 year energy, you're going to have more energy. It's going to be more like, hey, so sometimes you got to slow down and speed back up. So slow it down and speed back up on the 16th, because you have that, you're going to be amplified. It's ruled by the sun, the number one. So you'll have the energy to now you could give and have those longer conversations with people that you may not have had the time for before. The next date I have is February 18th, and that's going to be another universal 3 days. So we have the double three energy. So it's another creative day, another day for self expression, another day to have good conversations. If you have a business, it's a good day to have team meetings. Great day to do presentations. Great day to maybe if you have a, oh, that's interesting. If there's an expo or something that you want to do, or a business expo, that's a great day to do, which is something I wanted to do. I'm just seeing that that's the same day. It's a great day because your expression will come out a lot stronger and you're going to attract a lot more people in that energy. It's also a day to have fun as well. Whenever I see 3 days, it's like, oh, have some fun, be social, get out of your house and go like socialize and do stuff and have fun. Play. Remember, inner child is going to be amplified this month. So if you guys have been feeling that energy of taking it easier on yourself and playing with your inner child a bit, and for equally how you work, rest, have some fun. Work can be fun. It doesn't have to be stressful. That's because of the three energy. Three energy wants you to play, have a bit more fun, have a bit more playtime, basically. And then we have on the 19th, February 19th is a 4 day. So that's another day for planning and structure again. Look into building, look into buying office space, buying land. Just those are just good practical planning days. Planning out for the rest of the year if you haven't done that yet and you want to now reevaluate the goals you made back in January, recheck your how's that going on the 19th, because that's another structure day. Now, if you see that it needs tweaks, make the necessary adjustment and tweaks, because anything planned out structured wise this year, because it's a universal 1 year, is going to rapidly manifest. So, where you
Mhm.
might have been saying a couple years ago, hey, I really want to buy a house and it kind of hasn't happened yet, you take those implementations this year on, especially on 4 days, it's going to line up quickly. Now all of a sudden you're like, hey, I have the funds for it. Hey, I'm getting the loan for it. Hey, things are happening, moving quickly. All of a sudden I know exactly where I want to live. It's just it's ricocheted because this is your new beginnings.
Yep.
And you want to use any structure dates for those practical movements, okay? Now go ahead, and then the next day I'm going to talk about is February 22nd, which is our 222 portal, which is great days for manifesting. But I'm going to talk about that after Doug, and then that'll be the last couple of days I have for you guys.
Okay, so again, just to lean back into the February 15th with the conjunction of Neptune and Saturn, to piggyback on what Stacy was mentioning before, uh, Because Saturn is all about boundaries and restriction, and Neptune isn't about boundaries at all, there is a conflict between how much energy we give and how much boundary we give ourselves in terms of the energy we give. This is happening in Aries, so it is very much the me identified self. Obviously, Aries placements are going to be impacted most, and then other cardinal signs, as mentioned before, are going to be impacted most. But for all of us, because it's Saturn and Neptune, we really do have to an opportunity to reflect on how much energy am I giving out? What are my leaky boundaries? Where am I too strict with my boundaries? Because we're funny creatures. We can be very leaky with our boundaries in certain environments, and yet very restrictive within our boundaries. So it's really an opportunity for us to figure out what appropriate boundaries are there for us in terms of the energy that we're putting out and the energy that we are receiving. So we really want to just have that opportunity to reflect. What do my boundaries look like? How do I fortify my boundaries so that they are strong but also flexible? That is the opportunity that's going to be there. And on a global scale, it's going to be asking that of us because on a global scale, planetary scale, it's also the same question.
It's interesting.
Restriction and borders versus open borders, and
Ah,
the idea of um, leakiness, even when it comes to populations and population movement. Again, Neptune is water movement. We're thinking of people, populations, movement. And these effects, they'll be here from February 15th until March 2nd. So we'll have these themes coming up to remind us about our boundary and the boundary work that really needs to take place.
I think
Also,
globally we're going to learn more stuff about, those e-files have been.
oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a
And
lot of the
again,
darkness is going to start to come out rapidly this month as
yes.
well because of the communication and the transparency of
Yep. The
that's going
trend,
to
the
be.
currency, the transparency, and that's also what Pisces and Saturn do represent in this particular conjunction is really coming to a sobering reality or breaking an illusion about a reality that
Oh,
we once had. So that is also there. And Aries is giving us that grace to have the bravery to embark on such a difficult hero's quest. And we're doing this as a collective, might I add.
so false idols will be.
Yeah, and also the false idol that's within us.
Ah,
What fake parts need to be shut off? What parts of us that are inauthentic that need to just kind of go to the wayside naturally? We're figuring out who we actually are in the midst of all of this. And I think that's a beautiful opportunity to reset in terms of Aries energy for the next coming years moving forward, especially the next 2 years moving forward. How do I want to be my most authentic self?
that is so cool and on point with the year because it's a 1 year, which is about finding your
Yes.
authentic truth self. Ah, I
Yeah.
love the synchronicities of the energies because it's just yes.
When the vibes vibe, they vibe.
They
So
vibe. And trying to
so
force the vibe is what's going to be your truth. Like, is this person really still going to? I wasn't gonna say the word benefit, but that doesn't like I don't like that word for like a
mhm,
relationship. But
mhm,
are they going to support the next you what you're becoming? Not who you used to be, but who
mm,
you're becoming. And that's what you're gonna have to do. You have to shrink yourself in this relationship? Do you have to shrink yourself at this job? Do you have to shrink yourself and not be your authentic self? That's gonna be a big theme this month. Because if you
yes,
can't
yeah,
communicate, which is what the main theme of this month is communication in order to wrap up your creative juices, then you're dimming your light. You're not in your authenticness. You're just stepping back so everybody else could feel comfortable, and you're having
mhm,
the inner war within yourself, like you were saying.
yes,
So
yes. And might I also add that um, shrinking oneself is not a boundary.
mm,
Because I'm closing myself off and making myself smaller. That's
yeah,
not a boundary. That's
no,
me doing a disservice to myself. So I just want to highlight, that shrinking can be very
yeah.
dangerous from a boundary perspective.
It's a form of people pleasing. I've
Yes,
I've 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 done it. It's still part of my lessons in life.
we all have.
We're all going through it. It's just easier to keep the peace, especially when you come from your empathic heart self, and you just want. So
Yeah,
it's easier to shrink, but it's a detriment to yourself because this is a year of people getting on their missions and getting on their light work, spread more light. That's why all this darkness is being purged into society. It's not like purged into society has always been there. The flashlight is just flashing on it now. So all of your favorite celebrities and whatnot, you're going to have to really understand that all of them are not. Those were illusions. Those illusionary stars. They're
Mm.
not going to. If you are going to live and preach on this person's my da 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 da, you're going to be highly disappointed this month and this year, because all of authenticity is being shined, because the universe is being reset. We're in the age of Aquarius.
Yeah.
We're going into
Yeah.
golden ages, and we're out of the Piscean ages where they did a lot of those undercover demonic crap behind the scenes. And that light is going to be shined because the earth is rebalancing itself. Like Mother Gaia has her own consciousness. And if we're in here messing up her, being her messed up self, she's going to rejuvenate it and just switch it back to how it's supposed to be. Like, what
Which,
are y'all
which
doing? No, no, this is not what you guys are supposed to do. Let's reset it and put the energy back right. Now, we're going to talk about February 22nd because that's going to be the 222 portal, which is great for manifestation and alignment. The key word here, guys, is alignment. So, whatever is in alignment with you and supposed to be on your journey is going to amplify. It's a universal 7 day. So, seven is about truth, it's a time to go within. So, if the partnership is in alignment, if the job's in alignment, if your career is in alignment, if your goals for yourself is in alignment, that you're going to see and you're going to have a burst of intuition. You're going to have a burst of knowing the next steps to take, because then on February 23rd is a universal 8 day. So more money, more power, more abundance, more manifestations, and that's the energy of the 8 day. So take this 222 portal to make a list to say, what is in alignment with me in my journey? What can I do for the next, you want to make a long-term goal and say the next 9 years, maybe start at 5 years, then go into 9 years, and see what's in alignment with you. What's out of alignment with you, you want to cross that off your list. So, as painful or not, a lot of you, it's going to be relationships because of that two is partnerships. So, who and what is in balance with you? I mean, everything in this world is a person's going to be involved in it anyways. Even if it's going to buy a house and getting approved for a loan, is this bank in alignment with you? Is this person, do you feel their energy? Are you connected with them? It's still going to come through a person. So you're going to reevaluate people that are in alignment with you. And also, twos are numbers of peace. So I always think about peace. So if the city is not giving you peace, then you might want to go partner with another city that's in alignment, another town, another country, another state, whatever that may be. It's very important for you to see what's in alignment with you on February 22nd. But that's what's going to make this amplified more. What's in alignment will move quickly, and we'll be in the fire horse year by then because it starts on February 17th. So it's going to take you off in the right direction. But do the list, cross off what's not in alignment with you, and then move forward, because things could line up quickly. So, for example, if you decide to like say, hey, on the 22nd, I don't want to continue with this relationship, this person anymore. Then on the 8th, you might randomly just run into a new person that replaces that old person and is in alignment with you and brings your power back where your power might have been being drained in that last relationship. That goes with jobs, goes with anything that's out of alignment. The kind of energy, because of the fire heart, there's so much energy that just takes off after the 17th, that as soon as you empty your cup, it'll be filled back up. The universe is like, okay, he finally got it. Now we could bring in that person that they're supposed to be in alignment with them, that's on their path, that's going to help amplify their next movements in life. So I had it because the last 2 days I have is the 27th and the 28th.
So, I mean, a lot of what I you took a lot of what I was going to say. So I'm not going to repeat what you were saying because we are really, I think we are in sync today. But I will say that on January 17th, we will have a new moon at 28 degrees of Aquarius. It will be with a solar eclipse. It will be with the fire horse. It will be within a fire ring. It is a potent day for manifestation.
Mm,
I'm not sure if I've actually seen more of a potent day. A couple of close similar ones, but this is a particularly potent one. because this really does represent the welcome to the Aquarius age. This new moon opens that Pandora's box of a new era for all of us. That unfolding that had been taking place over the course of years. Some would say the 60s, some would say 2000, 2012. We're here. This particular new moon in Aquarius is signifying that the age of Aquarius is here. And so we have that opportunity for rapid manifestation, also working within the collective. So there are large societal archetypal themes that are shifting away from illusion and delusion, from especially a dogmatic and religiosity place. It's not to say that religion is being replaced, but I think that religion is taking a deep dive within to figure out its new place in this new world that we live in. And the Aquarian age comes with its shadows as well. I don't want to say everything bad was Pisces and Aquarius is going to be everything beautiful. That's actually quite not the case. What we have to consider with Aquarius is what we have been talking about this entire time, which is authenticity. Authenticity within information, authenticity within the self, authenticity within the paradigm of how we use technology. We can say AI chatbots. We can say anything that's related to digital media. Is it real? Is it fake? Fake news as well. These are the kinds of delusions and illusions that we have to now encounter in the age of Aquarius.
Mhm.
That it can at times feel similar to the age of Pisces in terms of the outrightliness of tricking people, fooling people. Really want to be cognizant of that. But with the age of Aquarius, we are kind of upgrading our nervous systems on an energetic level. So we're able to, from a gut instinctual place, sense inauthenticity, fakeness, and when things aren't working. So long as we're continuing to do the work to be authentic ourselves and to work on where we're being inauthentic to ourselves and to other people. But that was a tangent. This new moon is all about opening new doors and new opportunities. We will have a Mercury in retrograde phase happening during this time in the sign of Pisces, nonetheless. So we can see that age of Pisces and age of Aquarius, tug of war battle in terms of that shift. This is the unfolding from one age to the other. So with the Pisces retrograde happening, my mutable sign friends, but also my water sign friends, we have to be aware that our past can come back to revisit us during this time. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It is a return to figure out what needs to be figured out to move on, especially leading up to the 17th when we have that new moon. So again, for my Pisces, my Sagittarian, my Gemini, my Virgo, my Cancer, my Scorpio friends, it is an opportunity for us to learn lessons from the past so that we can create new opportunities starting on February 17th. And if it's not outrightly someone coming back to us as a reminder, it is also a great time to reflect on how past relationships, experiences have impacted us and how we can let them go in order to have new opportunities in the future. Might I also have add that this new moon in Aquarius is opening up an opportunity for us to connect once more further with our soul tribe. It is in Aquarius, so our fixed sign friends are getting that next wave of breath of fresh air that I mentioned that it took place earlier in the month when Uranus went direct. So for fixed signs, Thursday, February 17th is your day. Manifest, breathe easier, take a relaxing day off, network with people, connect with yourself and with groups that you feel you are in resonance with. But again, that new moon is potent for all of us. So if you do have your manifestation goals in mind and you have your tools and your practices, I would go ahead and have them set up for February 17th so that you can work with them intentionally that day. Again, it's a new moon in Aquarius, so our best friend during that day is quartz crystal. It's used for grounding and smudging, but also for manifestation as well. So if you are working with quartz crystal or even smoky quartz crystal, they can be utilized that day. One example is if you have some goal in mind, you can write down that goal on a slip of paper, placing it under a quartz crystal under the new moon. It is a new moon, so you won't find the moon, but you'll just place it at your windowsill or outside, somewhere, that the outside environment at nighttime can have an impact with the quartz crystal. But all in all, I'm not going to get into the fire horse, because that's not my forte. But I am aware that it is the fire horse, so fire signs from Western astrology are impacted. But this is all to say that we're all experiencing this new moon energy, and it represents a new chapter outrightly moving forward. Sort of like the door closed earlier in the month with the full moon, and this new door is opening. It literally is like a door swinging opening, and we're in a brand new reality. Now, with regard to the retrograde, just want to hit some cautionaries here. We always want to cross our T's, dot our I's, making
When's
sure
the
we're reading.
pre-shadow start?
Pre-shadow started on February 11th is pre-shadow, and the most heated Mercury retrograde phase, or where its direct station, is 25th, 26th. It's heated that day. So for my mutable signs, my water sign friends, we really want to make sure that we are using a bit more caution on the 25th, on the 26th, especially if we are engaging in manifestation projects or engaging in manifestation. We want to make sure that we're very clear headed about what it is that we want, very clear about the barriers, and also very clear about how we're going to clear those barriers. We want to make sure that we're treating ourselves mostly internally with compassion and treating others as well. We want to make sure that on the 25th and 26th, again, it's for everybody, but definitely mutable and water signs, we want to make sure that our energy systems and our lymph systems are healed to be able to flow within these increasing heightened energies that we will be engaging with as we manifest.
So clarify that, though. When you say emotional, so like don't let people trigger you kind of
Yeah.
energy?
And if they do trigger you, work through the trigger. What is that experiencing triggering within you? What is that trigger about? Actively work, actively explore, and heal those potential barriers or triggers that are there, because they can prevent us from gaining what we want. As you mentioned earlier, look at how you are going over communicating with someone. Are they going to receive that correctly? Are they going to receive it in a way that resonates with you? So it's really about crossing our
Oh,
T's and dotting our I's with communication.
and not taking things personal, I would say.
Yes, that as well. And if you are, let's go ahead and heal that. Let's go ahead and heal that. Because those unhealed parts will get in the way in terms of manifestation.
Okay, I'm getting it because the 25th is a universal 1 day. The 26th is a universal 2 day. So for to combine those energies, because I'm a water science, it's important for me to understand and know
Okay. Okay. Okay.
to maneuver those. Because the 25th being a 1 day means self, like self. So you need to self regulate. For me, 'cause
Yes.
that kind of means like don't seek validation outside of yourself on a 1 day. You're supposed to self validate yourself. So if you just wrote a book title and now you want to go ask your BFF or someone close to you, what did they think of the title? And they give you that, you cannot let that trigger you because now you're going to change your title when then the title is what you want, right? Kind
Yep.
of, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, because with a
Yep.
one, it's self validation. So you have to know within yourself and be grounded in the fact that this is what I want to do. This is the title. This is what I do with my life, and then and don't let others' opinions trigger you. And if it does
Mhm.
trigger you, something still isn't healed in you because you're still seeking validation
Yes.
outside.
Yes.
And
Yep.
then the
And that's the
26th.
tricky part. Go. No. Go ahead. Go ahead, Stacey. Go.
No, no, go ahead because I was going to talk about the
Oh,
26th. Go ahead.
oh, okay. Just one last thing, in terms of like the boundaries of Saturn, with the lack of boundaries with Neptune, you know, during this time, it's important that we do have those boundaries for ourselves because with Piscean energy and Aquarian energy, we are socializing more. We are connecting with people more and groups of people. So we want to make sure that perhaps the boundary is that when we are by ourselves, we actively do the work so that when we socialize with others and strangers, we are at a higher vibration than we could have been or that we, would not have been if we didn't do that work.
Gotcha. Oh, that makes so much. That wraps up the end of the month perfectly. And the 26th is a 2 day, which is going to be a day to have patience with yourself and partnerships. So, if those are going to be triggering days emotionally, then your partnerships may be triggered. On the 25th, make sure you're self validating yourself. The 26th might be your final stage to see who is in alignment with you going into the rest of this year. And if it's not, you've tried at this relationship, you've tried at this partnership, and it's weighing out your patience at this time, then choose to exit that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's showing because you need peace and you need balance going into this new time that we're at. This whole new 9 year cycle is you need peace, you need balance, and you need people in your life that's going to give you that peace and that balance. If you constantly have to explain yourself, then what are you holding on to in this relationship? It could just be the fact that it's been so many years. The next big day and the last day we have is that I have for you guys is the 27th, actually 27th and the 20th. So the 27th will be another double three energy. So another good day for creation. So if you went through these emotional things in the 25th, you found yourself, 26th, you found out who's in alignment with you, the 23rd, now you can fully start to write that book because you know that's the freaking title you wanted. You're self-validated with yourself. Now your soul tribe comes in and maybe you'll find someone that wants to do your book cover for you or draw the picture. Like that's how the energy is going to start to rampantly magnify because March is a 4 month a universal 4 month, which is solid structural foundations. So fruits will be that harvest is happening within that time. It's like the bamboo tree now is boom spread and it's popped out of nowhere. You just you planted seeds in January. Now we're watering the seeds in February. Expect some big bountiful like the seeds is this blossoming now things are growing because it's practical things are practical you things in a practical organized way and I feel like that's part of the Piscean and air energy where as you can see a lot and then also what's the other thing that had just happened Neptune was in Pisces and now it's in
In
Uranus or
Aries.
Aries.
Aries. Yeah, yeah.
So that's why we had all these new gurus and all the spirituality has been taken off and marijuana is being legalized everywhere because everybody's head was all up in the clouds. Now it's in grounded practical energy now. So you guys have to you can't just woo woo out of everything. Things have to be more grounded and stable and structured. And this is what this year is going to teach you to be practical and the woo woo and the self love and everyone is you pushed out and all this good stuff. But what are you pushing out? That's why you got to go within first. See what you're pushing out. See what you're accepting. Because if you keep accepting narcissistic energy, you're going to keep getting narcissistic energy. You keep accepting low grade relationships, you'll keep getting low grade relationships. And that's not going to help your future practically. Now, there's certain friends I'd like to say they'll always send you when the retrograde's coming up, or they'll send you when there's a full moon. They'll send you a meme or something, but there's no structure past that. That's all they're giving you is that woo woo energy, but there's no practical. Okay, well it's a new moon. What are we gonna do? Are you planning to
Mhm.
start something? Like what functions are we doing past that? So get your heads out the clouds and start being more grounded. But at the same time, in order for you to know if someone is authentic or not, you do need your spirituality. You do need to tune in with the unknown because that's how you're going to know. And you balance the two. And that completes my thing for February.
I just have one last thing to say from that, that in terms of like staying grounded and utilizing that woo-woo energies to connect with your higher self. February 18th, the sun moves into Pisces. It's all about reminding ourselves to be grounded and not get lost into the illusion, not to get lost into the exception of the other person. We must ground ourselves. while at the same time, the sun in Pisces gives us this sense of wanderlust and an ability to relax a bit more and allow connections to organically happen that are heartfelt and really meaningful. So the sun in Pisces can really help to mitigate a lot of the heavier and deep energy that comes with this era that we're in. 'Cause the energy is really high right now. It can have physical effects like nausea and insomnia, things of that nature. With the sun moving into Pisces, it allows us to relax more energetically so we can handle all of this raised vibration that we are experiencing with that new moon and solar eclipse that's going to take place and the full moon that recently has taken place. So all of the energy that's we're talking about in February, that is a lot of energy. The sun in Pisces is going to anchor us in so that we can relax a bit more and not become overwhelmed.
That's regulate your nervous system.
Yep. Yeah. And it's important actually that we work with our nervous system because of that new moon in Aquarius. And that we also work within our lymph system because of the sun in Pisces. So, this is all for entertainment purposes, but I do say to everyone, please contact your care team and medical team, making sure that your lymph system, nervous system, and your emotions are tended to.
Noted. Okay. Tell the people how they can work with you or get in touch with you.
Oh, yes, yes. So you can find me on social media, THF11 at Instagram, and THF11.com is my website.
Tell them about the book.
Oh, yes, and I have a cookbook that I've made with a friend of mine, Juliana. Let me just grab that cookbook so you can see it.
Yay.
Okay, so this is Friends, Family
Oh,
in the Fourth Season.
beautiful.
Okay, and you can find us on Instagram at F4 Seasons at Instagram. We're also our cookbook is on Amazon as well, so you can look it up. Friends, Family, Four Seasons at
I have
Amazon.
that linked. I'm gonna have that linked
Okay.
in the chat so they'll be able to go ahead because that's pretty cool. Get to cook with the
Yes,
seasons. And of course,
and
guys, if you go ahead.
it is a fun cookbook with like different exercises that you can engage with your friends and family with. And we have some additional really fun treats coming up for each season. So be on the lookout. There's going to be additions to the actual main copy cookbook.
Yay! See, aligned partnerships is who you make that book with. If you had the
Yes,
wrong partnership, book might have never been made. So follow your
yes.
intuition, go with the energy this month, guys. And if you want to know the daily energy, then go ahead and pick up my 2026 Daily Numerology Guide for Business and Wealth Activation that's available on Amazon. I'm going to have that link in the description. And guys, if you want to know your soul's blueprint according to your numerology, I've just launched my Soul Code Numerology course for personal development. This is going to help you guys to dig deep into your numerology chart without having to know every single number because you don't need to know every single number, just the ones that's going to help you with your personal development. There are certain numbers in your chart will teach you how you argue with people, how you have communication skills, and what your archetype is. And in the course, you're going to learn how to do that. It's a lifetime membership, so you get the course for a lifetime. As soon as you purchase, you get immediate access to it. And at the end of the course, you get one coaching session with me, which I call a tutoring session, so I can really implement the information for you. So this is great for you to use for yourself. Also, if you have kids and you want to help them out, then you're going to want to know their soul code numerology. You want to know what's going on with them and to help you set up for the next 9 years because we're in a universal 1 year. So if you're interested in that, it's going to be linked in the description. Thanks for joining us and sharing your
Thank
energy
you.
with us at this time. And we'll see you guys in the beginning of the month in March. We're aiming for the first We were trying to do it for the February 1st, but with the full moon energy and all of that, things got a little wackadoo. So that's why we're here with you right now. But look for us next month for March 1st, or maybe even possibly February 28th, so we can go into it.
Mhm.
So if you're new to the channel and you're watching this on the replay, then go ahead and hit the bell notification, subscribe and hit the bell notification. So when we have these videos up for next month, you'll be able to get that notification. And also, you'll be able to be on my channel as well, where I do a lot of life path number predictions for you guys and tune up with the energy. And I lead you guys through your life path number, as well as some manifestation videos and spiritual topics to help you guys to ascend to your highest self. See you guys next time. Ciao.